athletics coverage on our station.
Welcome back to the Homestead Basketball Pregame Show. I'm now joined by Homestead Spartan head basketball coach Chris Johnson. Coach, looking at the last time we saw your team in action, you won 54-40 over Concordia. What are your takeaways from that game?
Well, in the fourth quarter, I thought we played extremely well. I mean, the ball started going in the basket. We started moving the ball a lot better to get easier open looks. So for 3 quarters, it was tough. I mean, we struggled, and again, we've struggled this year putting the ball in the basket over the last 9 games. I think we're shooting in the low 30s from the 3 range over the last 8.5 games. So we've got to improve upon that. If we're going to go far, if we're going to be able to win tonight, win next week to get ourselves ready for the tournament, we're going to have to start shooting the ball a lot better than what we are as of right now.
And you trailed by 2 entering the fourth quarter, but outscored Concordia 23-7 over the final 8 minutes. What changed in the fourth quarter for your team?
Well, again, making baskets. We were able to make some shots. Now, all of a sudden, we're playing to our style. They're coming out because they're behind to have to chase us a little bit, which is, opening up the lanes. But, teams are doing a good job bottling things up on us, and we're just struggling from the outside. But hopefully with Kruger back tonight, being able to run some of our sets, being able to run some of the things that we want to run. He's a big-time player. I mean, we've missed him for 8.5 games, and, we're fortunate to where he's back. And, hopefully he's feeling better, which he says he is, and we can start getting in a little bit of a roll before sectional starts in 2 weeks.
You mentioned it, Zach Kruger. He's been out the last 8.5 games. What percent do you think he's at in his recovery right now?
Well, I'd probably say 80%. I mean, he's, I don't think he's lifted weights in 5-6 weeks. So, strength-wise, he's not there. But, he practiced over the last week and a half to where he got his practices in. Our offense looked a lot better as far as in practice. Now, again, this is going against higher caliber type of players rather than going against the practice team in the JV squad. So, and we didn't bang a lot against him. So, tonight is going to be a little different because they're not going to, downplay his injury, and they're going to get up in him. They're going to make sure they're bumping him. They're cutting and hitting him as he's going through the lane. So, I guess we'll just have to wait to see how it feels once this game starts.
And coming off the injury, what will his role be tonight?
Well, he's going to start. I mean, he's in the game, and he's going to communicate with me. If it's not feeling well and he needs to come out, he will let me know. But we're going to ride him, and if he's healthy enough, because what the concern is, if he comes out and sits, that's when he's going to get tightened up. So, I'm going to leave that up to him, and I'm going to listen to him and listen to our trainer, and we'll go from there. But hopefully he's going to be ready to go, because for us to win tonight, win the conference, to win next week against a good Norwell team, and to go far in the tournament, we're going to need a healthy Zach Kruger.
And tonight you play rival Carroll in what is always a competitive game year in and year out. With or without conference implications, what does this rivalry mean to you, your team, and the school?
Well, it means a lot. Obviously it's a big game. The kids know one another. I think this is the 5th year now in a row in the 5 years we've been in the SAC that this game means something. This is going to be, we know, a tough battle. It's going to be 2 teams that they're going to play hard. They're going to play together. They're going to do things the right way. And hopefully for the Homestead Spartans, we're making more shots than they are.
Once again, I'm joined by Coach Chris Johnson here in the pregame show. Looking at Carroll this season, we know they were without their top scorer, Jalen Jackson, tonight. But what can we expect to see from this Chargers team?
Well, I mean, that hurts, just like, with us losing Kruger for 9 games. Anytime you lose your playmaker, your person that can score off the dribble, off the point guard position, obviously it's going to put them a little bit behind. But I'll guarantee you they're going to come out, they're going to play hard. Other kids are going to step up for them, and it's going to be a battle tonight if we're not ready to play. Even if we are ready to play, it's still going to be a battle. So, we know Carroll and Homestead is always a close game. And usually comes down to that last shot. Hopefully we can get that lead, extend the lead, and cruise. But that's our hope for tonight. But we know, if past is any indication with what it's going to be, then it's going to be a tight game throughout.
And just like the past couple of years, this game tonight has conference title implications. There are a lot of different scenarios, but a Bishop Luers beats a one-win Northside team, then a win tonight would guarantee at least a share of the SAC title. What would it mean to be at least tied for the conference championship in back-to-back years?
Well, I mean, I think it'll mean a lot. I mean, it'll be, 3 out of the first 5 years of being in this conference, being able to win this thing. It's a tough conference. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good athletes. So we know this is it's going to mean a lot to us, especially after the Northrop game when, basically everybody thought we were out of it. We were fortunate to where some things went our way with Southside beating Luers and Luers beating Snyder, and now all of a sudden we're back in the race again and hopefully a healthy squad and a healthy group of kids to where we can get out there and show what Homestead basketball is all about.
Finally, Coach, and get a few keys to Homestead Spartan victory.
Well, we did switch some things around. Hopefully, with our offense, we're going to be able to move the ball a lot better, especially with Kruger in the lineup. But again, we'll wait and see with that. Defensively, we're going to come and play at a high level because we know that usually it's a low-scoring game. It's a possession game, so we're going to have to make sure we are making sure every possession is a high percentage possession because the possessions will be limitless. So we're going to have to make sure that we're playing hard, doing things the right way, and making those open shots.
All right, Coach, thanks and good luck. We'll be back with more of the Homestead basketball pregame show leading up to tip-off of tonight's game. It's Homestead and Carroll right here on your Spartan Sports Source, the Point 91 FM.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin-Robbins. You can contact Moe's by dialing 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in southwestern food like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can contact Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Spartan boys basketball right here on the Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead for this matchup between the Homestead Spartans and Carroll Chargers. I'm Donnie Harmon alongside Braden Carroll. Continuing on here in this Casa Restaurante pregame show. Braden, looking at Carroll, they sit at 15-4 on the year, but recently lost their best player, Jalen Jackson, to an injury. This is a crucial loss for them. Led them in scoring 14.3 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game. That's a big loss.
Yeah, I mean, he's just an incredibly influential player on the squad. Despite only being a sophomore, he really controls that backcourt, and losing him just has already affected this team. They lost in a very close game to Carroll in their last outing, and I mean, it's going to be tough for them to rebound, and especially a rivalry game today. I mean, losing Jalen Jackson was just a really tough loss. He's pretty much most of the backcourt on this Carroll team. They really need him out there. He's the star player on this team by a long shot, really defines their offense, and losing him is just going to affect this team, not only today, not only in their game against Carroll, or against Carmel, but just in the long run, moving into the postseason as well.
And despite the loss, this is a rivalry game. We expect to be competitive every year without Jalen Jackson. This Carroll team expected to go down to the wire against Homestead.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much on the line tonight. Even though Carroll, they don't have the biggest shot to make it. Of course, they really just want to knock Homestead out of contention for the SAC first place prize. And I mean, it's just one of those games. Seems like it goes down to the wire almost every single outing. Last year, of course, we had a pretty much last-second shot by Zach Kruger to win it on the road, and Taj Curry knocked it down for a huge Spartan win just a few years ago. It's just been an incredibly gifted rivalry between two really tough squads, and no different tonight. Both these teams have a lot on the line, and I mean, they're going to play until the last minute.
Carroll without Jalen Jackson, but Homestead, Zach Kruger back from the injury, the back injury, missed the second half of the game against Snyder. The second game, hasn't played since. He's back into the starting lineup. Coach Johnson said thinks about 80%, hasn't taken much contact, but he has been practicing. It'll be big for Homestead to have their point guard back, and Indiana Junior All-Star a season ago. Yeah, I mean, they've really needed him. He's just an incredibly important player on this team. He averages 11.5 points per game, at least in the time he has
spent on the court, although hasn't been much time. He averages 3.1 assists and 1.2 steals. He is an absolute unit, both offensively and defensively. Even for his height of 5'10", he's just an incredibly gifted athlete out there that Homestead has been yearning to have back on the court ever since he left the Snyder game early. Just incredibly important to have him, especially tonight in a rivalry game with a lot on the line and moving into the postseason. Just the perfect time to have one of their stars back on the court.
Homestead, Carroll, should be a great game. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back before the start of the game. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Point 91 FM.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's of Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's of Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Bro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine in or carry out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin-Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Athletic coverage on our station.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Spartan boys basketball right here on the Point 91 FM.
Welcome back live. We're at Homestead High School for tonight's SAC rivalry matchup between the Homestead Spartans and Carroll Chargers. Donnie Harmon alongside Braden Carroll continuing on in the pregame show. Braden, let's take a look now at some of the matchups around the area. 3 matchups in particular. First, obviously, the Carroll Homestead game tonight. Bishop Luers at Northside, Southside at Snyder. If Bishop Luers wins against Northside, which is very likely Northside just with 1 win, and Homestead also wins, and that would mean that Homestead, Northside, and then if Snyder wins against Southside, those 3 teams would tie for the championship. If Snyder loses against Southside, and Homestead beats Carroll along with Northside losing to Bishop Luers, and Homestead would be outright champions. Let me get this straight. If Snyder beats Southside, Luers loses, and Carroll beats Homestead, then it would be Snyder outright champions. And if Carroll wins, they need both Luers and Snyder to lose.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a wild finish to the SAC this year, but pretty much to cut it short. Homestead just needs to win tonight, and they'll pretty much be guaranteed at least a share of the SAC title, because, I mean, I'm guessing Lures probably will not beat, or Northside will probably not beat Lures. Northside just not really very competitive in conference play this season, as they're on a 12-game losing streak. Southside Snyder, that's an upset I could see happening. Southside's a really tough team, and although Snyder, I mean, they're 15-5 on the season, and Southside's below 500. I mean, this is a Southside team that won't give up, so who knows what will happen there. But Homestead, what's most important is winning tonight, and then might as well check up on the rest of the games to see where they place.
Let's get the starting lineups for tonight. First for Homestead, Zach Kruger back in the lineup, big addition. Team second leading scorer, missed the last 8 games with a back injury. Senior guard, an Indiana Junior All-Star. Andrew Leeper will head out of the starting line now off the bench. He's been great filling in for him. 7 points per game, 3.8 rebounds. Jake Archbold also in the backcourt, the senior team's top defender. So in the backcourt, Luke Goody, 6'6" junior guard forward, team's leading scorer and rebounder. And assist man, 17.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, just about those numbers. Also, Grant Simmons, 6'4" junior guard forward, 9.8 points per game, and down low, the 6'4" senior Alec Grinsfelder, 11.3 points, 6.6 rebounds. Now looking at Carroll, obviously no Jalen Jackson in the starting lineup. They'll go with a 4-guard set in the backcourt. First, you have the 6'3" junior Richie Gross, 10.4 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. Gets almost all of his shots inside, just 1 3-pointer made on the year. Also in the backcourt, a senior guard Ray Volmer, 6'2", a standout cornerback, Indiana State commit for football. In the backcourt, you have the 5'11" junior guard Cody Berkey, 5.3 points per game, a 35% three-point shooter. And then also in the backcourt, 6'2" junior Ryan Preston, 10.2 points per game, 46% from beyond the arc. And then down low, you have 6'4" junior Sam Stricker, about 9.4 points, 6.1 rebounds. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for tip-off. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Point 91 FM.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's at Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Burro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports broadcasts.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard next to Dunkin' Donuts Baskin-Robbins. You can contact Moe's by dialing 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in southwestern food like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's at Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring Fort Wayne's famous Casa Burro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Online at CasaRestaurants.com. Follow Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports Broadcasts.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carryout by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin-Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead athletic coverage on our station.
And now, let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Spartan boys basketball, right here on the .91 FM.
Welcome back. We're live at Homestead High School. About to get set for the game between the Homestead Spartans and Carroll Chargers. Big rivalry game. I'm Donnie Harmon alongside Braden Carroll. Braden, before the game starts, what are going to be some keys to this game?
Well, the key for Carroll is just they have to bounce back. Despite losing Jalen Jackson and a tough loss to Carmel, I mean, they're going to have to find players like Ryan Preston, Richie Gross, who average double-digit points per game. They're going to have to find them and get them to shoot. I mean, Richie Gross, he averages 60.9% from inside, and Preston is a pure shooter from the arc. He averages 46.1% in three-pointers. I mean, those two just need to do their usual work and help this Carroll team overcome what will be a tough game on the road. And Homestead, they just need to run business as they have in the last couple games. I mean, where they have just had strong fourth quarters, strong finishes in this two-game winning streak that they have built. They need Luke Goody to have another great game, as he is really the center of this incredibly talented Homestead squad, and they just need a great shooting night and a great defensive game.
Who are some players to keep an eye on?
Well, you got to keep an eye on Luke Goody, of course. He was just announced by the announcer, and he is just a strong unit on this team. 17.2 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. He really controls almost every aspect of this Homestead team. And of course, you got to watch for Zach Kruger. He is looking for the ball on every possession tonight. He wants it. He wants to take the shots. He wants to prove to everybody in this gym that he's back. And for Carroll, you have to watch for Richie Gross. He's an incredible player inside. He averages 10.4 points per game and shoots over 50% from inside. And Ryan Preston, who's a great shooter on this Carroll team, also averages double digits and is arguably the best three-point shooter on this team. They're going to need those two to light up the court offensively.
We're about to get set for tip-off. Homestead, Carroll. Spartans starting Archbold, Kruger, Goody, Grinsfelder, and Simmons. For Carroll, it's Gross, Volmer, Berkey, Preston, and Stricker. We get set for tip. Grinsfelder to jump for the Spartans, Stricker for the Chargers. An almost entirely full arena here at Homestead High School. Fans on their feet and excited for this ball game. Tip is up, controlled by Homestead. Simmons with it in the backcourt. They'll give it up to Kruger for playing his first game since Snyder early January. Gives up to Simmons right side. Goody over to Archbold on the left wing. To Kruger, top of the key, takes his first shot back. Off the back of the rim, almost falls, but doesn't. Volmer pulls down the board, pushing other end for Carroll. Berkey on the right wing. To Gross, back to Volmer. 7:35 left in the first 0-0 ball game. Carroll with their first possession. Preston has it between the circles. Dribbling right side, guarded by Simmons. Into Stricker at the right elbow. Back up top to Gross, Berkey. Actually, Preston now left side. 7:20 left in the first. Pass to Berkey, stolen away by Kruger. Fast break, he pulls, slows up, dumps to Grinsfelder, puts up a layup, but a charge called on Alec Grinsfelder. Not good as Grinsfelder picks up his first foul. Spartans can't afford to get him in foul trouble. We'll go to Carroll. The 7:14 left in the first 0-0 ball game.
Yeah, I mean, early fouls have really struck in this Homestead team and put the offense in a lot of pressure in recent games. They cannot afford early fouls.
Pressing up the court for the Chargers, over to Stricker, right side to Volmer, right wing. 7:05 left in the first 0-0 ball game. Volmer dumps off to Gross in the paint. Little bunny hook up and in. He gets the first basket. Carroll up 2-0. 6:57 left in the first. Homestead ball. Kruger has it in the backcourt. First game back from the back injury. Gets it across half court. Screen from Grinsfelder left side. Dribbles to the left wing. Dishes to Archbold left corner now. Sends it to Kruger up. Over to Simmons now right side. Goody on the right wing. 6:38 left in the first. Carroll up 2-0. Goody right wing. Kicks to Kruger. Left side with it to Simmons. Left corner Archbold. Homestead still in the perimeter. Archbold passes to Kruger left wing. Into Grinsfelder left elbow. 6:26 left. Over to Archbold right wing three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Volmer. Carroll with it. 6:20 left in the first. Spartans down 2-0. Volmer right side gets the screen from Gross up top. Top of the key now. Driving in on Archbold. Left block. Tough shot off the glass. Too strong. Doesn't hit rim. Goody pulls down the board. Pushing it other end. Kruger right wing taking it to the basket. Dumps it off to Grinsfelder. He lays it in. We're tied at 2. 5:59 left in the first. Carroll ball. Volmer. Cross court to Stricker. Now it's Berkey on the right wing. Carroll, Homestead. An energetic ball game, big rivalry game. Gross over to Berkey, right wing now for the Chargers. Dribbles in, right elbow, dishes out. His pass deflected out of bounds by Goody. Last touch by the Spartans. It'll stay with Carroll. 5:39 left in the first. 2-2 ball game.
This is a feisty Homestead defense. They will pick the ball whenever they have the chance. You're going to have to be very tight with your dribbling, especially against this D.
Volmer inbounds to Preston. 5:35 left in the first. 2-2 ball game. Preston right side for the Chargers. Gives it up to Berkey. Top of the key now. Stricker. Left wing Volmer. He takes a three and connects. Ray Volmer from downtown puts the Chargers up 5-2. 5:20 left in the first. Homestead ball. Simmons in the backcourt. Gives it up to Kruger now. Spartans trailing by 3. Kruger gets it across the timeline. Guarded by Preston, left side. Screen from Simmons on the left wing. Top of the key now, gets the screen from Goody. Steps into a free throw line jumper and knocks it down. Zach Kruger, first basket coming off the injury. Cuts Carroll's lead to 1. 4:57 left in the first. Chargers with it now. Preston dribbling in on Simmons near the right elbow. Picks up his dribble, pivots. Out to Gross, now hands it off back to Preston. Dribbling between the rings, 4:45 left in the first. 5-4 Carroll advantage. Gross right side dribbling for the Chargers, hands it off to Volmer, gets the screen into the paint. His pass kicked. And it'll be an inbound for Carroll underneath the basket. 4:39 left in the first. Homestead down 5-4. Chargers with it. Volmer to inbound on the baseline. Passes into Stricker, left corner, guarded by Grinsfelder. He'll dribble it out between the rings. Gives it up to Gross, the junior guard. Team second leading scorer. Now Berkey left side. Screen from Stricker. Dribbles to the top of the key. Over to Volmer now. 4:25 left in the first. 5-4 Carroll lead. Volmer on the right wing, guarded by Archbold. Puts a dribble move on him. Stumbles a bit. Backing him down in the paint. Shot off the glass. Up and in. Ray Volmer, his second basket. He has 5. Carroll up 7-4. 4:10 left in the first. Homestead with it in the backcourt. It's Kruger. Getting it across the timeline now. 4 minutes left in the first. Homestead down 3. Grinsfelder at the free throw line. To Archbold, left elbow. Bobbled pass, other end. Carroll pushing it. Stricker, lay in, no. Offensive rebound. Preston underneath the basket. Out to Stricker, right corner. Berkey, top of the key, 3. Bang! Cody Berkey hits the shot. Carroll goes up 10-4. 3:42 left in the first. Homestead with it. Kruger pushes it across half court, left sideline. Now to Simmons at the logo. Over to Archbold on the right wing. Now Goody, top of the key. Dribbles into the paint. Gets some contact shots up and in and 1. Luke Goody's first basket of the game cuts Carroll's lead to 4. 3:26 left in the first. Goody, 1 free throw coming. He's a 76% free throw shooter on the year.
And all season long, Goody, I mean, he's incredible at bringing this team back when they are against the ropes. I mean, he's an incredible shooter. He gets these and ones almost every time he needs one.
Free throw from Goody. Good. Homestead down by 3. It's 10-7 Carroll. 3:25 left in the first. Chargers with the ball. Volmer takes it up the court between the circles now with it. Dishes to Preston, right side. Now Gross, top of the key, over to Berkey, left side. And a foul underneath. We'll see who it's going against. Foul will go against Luke Goody, his first, team second. It'll be Carroll inbounding on the baseline. 3:13 left in the first. Carroll up 10-7. Vollmer to inbound, and an offensive foul going against Carroll on the inbound. Cody Berkey getting whistled. It'll go to Homestead now. 3:13 left in the first. Spartans down 10-7. Homestead ball. Archbold to inbound. Gets it into Kruger in the backcourt. 3:10 left in the first. Spartans down 10-7. Kruger taking it up for Homestead. Gets it across half court now. Left side. Grinsfelder right side with it to Archbold in the right corner. Passes to Grinsfelder, now over to Goody. 2:55 left in the first. Simmons right side for the Spartans. Cross court to Goody, left wing, guarded by Preston to Archbold. Left wing back to Goody. Guarded by Preston, steps in, steps back out, and dishes to Grinsfelder. Simmons at the logo, over to Archbold, right wing. 2:40 left in the first. Carroll up 10-7. Passes to Goody, he takes a three, no good. Rebound. Pulled down by Stricker. Carroll has it. 2:35 left in the first. Cross court pass to Preston in the right corner. Back out to Stricker, right wing, hands it off back to Preston. 2:28 left in the first. Carroll up by 3. Preston dribbles in, spins in the right block, out to Vollmer, left wing 3. No good. Grinsfelder pulls down the rebound. Homestead has it. 2:10 left in the first, down 10-7. Other end, Archbold free throw line out to Grinsfelder, left wing to Kruger, top of the key, gets a screen from Grinsfelder, steps into a 3. Doesn't fall, rebound. Pulled down by Gross. Carroll has it. 2:05 left in the first. Other end for the Chargers. Carroll up 10-7, 2 minutes left in the first. Gross right side, over to Preston now. Dribbling between the circles to Stricker, right wing. Handoff now to Berkey. Gets the screen from Stricker, dumps it off back to him. Baseline pull up Jay. It's good. Sam Stricker puts Carroll up by 5. It's 12-7, 1:40 left in the first quarter. Kruger across half court for Homestead, hands it off to Archbold. Gets it to Grinsfelder at the volleyball line. Simmons now right side with it for Homestead. Kruger left side, feeds it to Grinsfelder, left block, draws a double out to Kruger, left wing 3. In and out, rebound. Pulled down by Preston. Carroll has it, 1:20 left in the first, down by 5. Preston taking it into the paint. Fadeaway jumper, left it short. Archbold the rebound. Homestead has it now, 1:15 left in the first, down 12-7. Goody takes up the court, dishes to Simmons, left wing. Kruger now on the left wing with it to Goody. Guarded by Vollmer. Out to Simmons at the logo, 1 minute left in the first. Spartans down 12-7. Dishes to Goody now. Running leaner. No, but a foul will call on the floor. This one going against Ray Vollmer. 2 subs for Homestead. Rodenbush and Leeper check in for Archbold and Simmons. Stricker and Berkey head out as Cook. And also looks like Castator into the game. Kruger to inbound on the baseline for Homestead, gets it in, stolen away, a bad pass, and Gross has it other end into the paint, dumps it off for Cook. Passes out to Vollmer, now right side back to Castador. Now Gross, left corner, driving baseline, up and under, layup, and 1. Richie Gross, hoop and the harm. Carroll up 14-7, 43.7 seconds left in the first. Foul going against Patrick Rodenbush. Richie Gross led the line for 1, about a 63% free throw shooter on the year.
Yeah, you just cannot give him any wiggle room in the paint. He's an incredible shooter down there.
Free throw from Gross is good. He has 5 points. Carroll up 14-7, 40 seconds left in the first. Homestead. Rough start on offense. Goody to Leeper. Kruger at the logo. Cross court, Rodenbush. Spartans offense stagnant right now. Rodenbush with it on the right wing to Kruger, top of the key, over to Leeper, left wing now. Feeds the post to Grinsfelder, left block, draws a double, out to Leeper, Kruger, left wing. Inside, Grinsfelder free throw line, dumps it off for Goody, his pass stolen away. Castador. Vollmer takes up the court for Carroll, 12 seconds left in the first, they lead 15-7. Vollmer dribbling between the circles, 6 seconds left in the first, steps into a 3 and hits it. Ray Vollmer puts Carroll up by 8. Puts Carroll up by 11, 18-7 at the end of the first. Chargers dominant in that first quarter.
I mean, losing Jalen Jackson, the star of this team, is yet to phase the Chargers. Their shooting is just on fire right now. Ray Vollmer with 8 points, Richie Gross with 5. I mean, Cody Berkey with 3. just everything's going right for Carroll right now, and Homestead having some trouble shooting tonight. We knew Zach Kruger would come out here and pretty much take almost every shot that he can find even a little bit of wiggle room with, but he's only got 2 points so far. Goody only has 1 field goal in right now. He has 3 points. It's just been a tough game for Homestead, and they've got to rebound quickly because we've seen these tough early starts for the Spartans. And I mean, Carroll is not like Concordia. Carroll will not allow any wiggle room later in the fourth quarter when Homestead is going to need a comeback if they continue their play like this.
Carroll shooting lights out. Ray Vollmer with 8 points for the Chargers. Homestead struggling. Goody only got one, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 shots up in that first quarter. Wasn't really a big part of the Spartans' offense. They'll have to get something going. Just 7 points in that first quarter, and a lot of their losses, they've struggled from the field early on. And I think it'll be Carroll ball to start the second quarter, up 18-7. Chargers dominated the first quarter, hit a lot of threes all around. Played great basketball. Inbound goes to Vollmer, 8 points for him already. With it between the circles now. Over to Castator. Pass over to Cook, not on the same page. They'll go out of bounds, turnover. Going to Homestead, 7:51 left in the second. Carroll up 18-7. Berkey back in for Carroll. Preston out of the game. Homestead ball. Kruger in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline now. 7:45 left in the second. Kruger over to Rodenbush on the right wing, gets the screen from Leeper. Passes over to Goody, left side. Inside Grinsfelder in the paint, out to Leeper. Right wing, left open for 3. Bang! Andrew Leeper gets his first basket. Homestead cuts the Charger lead to 8. It's 18-10 Carroll. 7:27 left in the second. Chargers with it now. Vollmer over to Gross. Passador back into Gross, taking it into the paint. Right block, pivoting, draws a double. Gets it out to Berkey. Now Gross with it between the circles. 7:13 left in the second. Carroll up by 8. Vollmer, top of the key, picks up his dribble, dishes to Gross, driving on Leeper, baseline out to Vollmer. Now he takes it in baseline, pass into the paint. Taken away, but they get it back. Gross in, wild layup, he connects. Richie Gross with 7. Homestead's interior defense can't stop Carroll, and the Spartans are down 20-10, 6:50 left in the second. Kruger between the circles, gets a screen from Grinsfelder over to Rodenbush. Goody in the left corner. Out to Kruger, Rodenbush now at the logo. Leeper right side. Gets it to Kruger in the right corner. Baseline, Jay, pull up, in and out, no good, and Carroll has it up by the first double digits. 10 now, 6:30 left in the second, 20-10 Carroll. Vollmer, left side, hands it off to Gross. 7 points for him. Carroll dominant right now, 6:20 left in the second. Gross takes it into the paint, shot off the glass, doesn't fall, rebound pulled down by Grinsfelder, and Richie Gross gets called for an over the back, his second foul. Something to keep an eye on. 6:17 left in the second. Homestead down 20-10. Grant Simmons in for Homestead. Rodenbush checks out.
The last thing that Carroll needs right now is Richie Gross in foul trouble. He's nearing it already. He's got 7 points. He's a crucial player. They cannot afford to lose.
Preston and Stricker back in for Carroll. Vollmer and Gross take a seat. 6:10 left in the second. Homestead down 20-10 with the ball. Goody dribbling in, left elbow. Out to Kruger, left wing, dumps it off to Grinsfelder in the paint. Out to Simmons, top of the key 3. Short off the front of the rim, rebound. Pulled down by Cook. Carroll with it. Preston between the circles, 5:55 left in the second, down 20-10. Passador, right corner, pass inside to Stricker, kicked. We'll stay with Carroll, 5:51 left in the second. Chargers holding a 20-10 advantage. Berkey to inbound. Gets into Castator, right corner, out to Stricker, left side now. Preston finds Cook underneath the basket. He puts it off the glass and in. Carroll, their largest lead, it's 22-10. 5:40 left in the second. Homestead ball. Kruger takes it across half court, gets it over to Simmons. Goody now on the left wing. Now to Kruger, cross court to Leeper, right wing. Homestead struggling on offense right now. Goody on the right wing. Screen from Leeper, dishes back to him, right corner. Takes it in now, mid-range pull-up jumper. He sinks it, Andrew Leeper. The basket, he has 5. Homestead down 22-12, 5:15 left in the second. Other end, Preston, left wing for the Chargers. Gives up to Stricker. Hand off to Berkey now. Right side back to Stricker in the right corner. Right wing steps out. Gives it up to Preston, right side, screen from Stricker, crosses over on Simmons, drives baseline, he's cut off, but a foul on the floor going against Homestead. This one on Grant Simmons, that'll be his first foul. Team's fourth, 4:58 left in the second. Spartans down 22-12. Ray Vollmer back into the game. Seth Cook checks out. Carroll to inbound on the baseline. Castador to pass it in. Gets into Vollmer, left baseline, Jay. He sinks it. Vollmer with 10 points, averages 6.5 on the year. Homestead down 24-12, 4:50 left in the second. Leaper left side over to Goody. Dribbles in on the left wing, dishes to Kruger. Inside Grittensfelder in the paint. Out to Simmons. Leaper now dribbling around into the free throw line. Spins, takes some contact, puts it off the glass and in. Andrew Leaper, 7 points. Homestead down 24-14, 4:30 left in the second. Carroll ball pressing at the free throw line. Dishes left corner three for Castador. In and out. Goody the rebound. Homestead with it. 4:20 left in the second. Down by 10, Goody. Top of the key, crosses over into the paint, gets stripped, but a foul called. Goody will head to the line for 2 free throws. Foul going against Zach Castador. And Goody will head to the line for 2 free throws. 4:15 left in the second. Spartans down 24-14.
Luke Goody, he has been to the free throw line plenty of times and expect him to go a lot more.
Hits the first free throw, just 4 points from Goody. Hasn't been able to get much from the field. 4:15 left in the second. Spartans down 24-15. Second free throw for Goody. Up and in. 3 of 3 at the line on the game. Homestead makes the lead single digits. 24-16 Carroll. 4:10 left in the second. Vollmer across half court. 10 points for him. Just the team's 5th leading scorer entering the game. But he's been on fire. Logo dishes to Stricker, left corner. Now Castador. Free throw line out to Berkey. Vollmer on the right wing, guarded by Goody. 3:50 left in the second. Homestead down by 8. Castador to Stricker, left side, left wing. Now Preston gets a screen, steps into an open 3 and hits it. Carroll can't miss. They're up 27-16. 3:38 left in the second. Goody up the court for Homestead. 3:30 left in the second, down 27-16. Grinsfelder, right baseline out to Kruger, right side, cross court to Leaper. Simmons now left wing, takes it in, left elbow to Grinsfelder. Leaper right side to Kruger, right corner. Up top, Leaper now over to Simmons, drives baseline, he's cut off. Dishes out to Grinsfelder, gets it to Goody, top of the key, loses the ball. Draws a double, finally gets over to Kruger, left wing for 3. Bang! Zach Kruger, a big 3 for the Spartans. Cut the lead to 8, 27-19, 3 minutes left in the second. Other end, Preston into the paint, out to Castador. Missed, but knocks it out of bounds. We'll go to Homestead, 2:54 left in the second. Spartans down 27-19. Homestead ball, Goody inbounds to Kruger. Across half court to Grinsfelder, right wing. To Kruger at the logo. Gets a screen from Grinsfelder. Dribbles left side, dumps it off to Grinsfelder. A pass stolen away by Carroll. Maybe tried to force it. Carroll has it. Vollmer in the backcourt, 2:35 left in the second. Stricker now taking it into the paint, lowers his shoulder and picks up the charge. 2:32 left in the second. Will be going to Homestead. 27-19 left in the second. First foul on Sam Stricker. Jake Archbold back into the game for Homestead. Alec Grinsfelder takes a seat.
Carroll has only had 4 turnovers, but those turnovers have just been possession killers for the Chargers. Really ruined some possessions with a lot of potential.
Homestead across half court, it's Archbold. 2:25 left in the second. Spartans down 27-19. Goody, left side, logo over to Kruger, left corner 3. Too strong, long rebound pulled down by Castador for the Chargers. His pass knocked away by Archbold, but Carroll gets it back. Vollmer in the backcourt across the timeline. 2:10 left in the second. Stricker out to Berkey, left corner 3. Short offensive rebound, Castador, he puts it back up and in. Carroll up 29-19, 1:58 left in the second. Homestead with it in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline now, over to Kruger. Left side, screen from Leaper. Kruger steps back out to Leaper. Goody at the logo, Simmons right side for the Spartans. 1:40 left in the second. Homestead down by 10. Goody at the logo, dishes to Archbold, left side, Leaper left corner. Spins around Stricker, drives baseline, little floater up short. Rebound pulled down by Preston. Carroll has it up 10, 1.5 left in the second. It's been all Chargers this game. Preston over to Cassidy, left corner, gets the screen from Stricker. His pass back to him, sails over his head out of bounds. It'll go to Homestead, 1:22 left in the second. Spartans down 2019, and timeout called by Carroll, and Homestead reeling right now.
Yeah, I mean, just a huge offensive struggle for this Spartan team. Both are at 5 turnovers, but it seems like Homestead just not getting them to fall when they do have the ball. I mean, Luke Goody has 5 and Kruger has 5, Leaper with 7, but just seems like their shooting is once again off early in the game. They can't seem to get much to land, and Carroll's taking advantage of it and really running away with the first half so far. A double-digit lead that is really just cutting dividends into this Spartan team's morale. And I mean, Homestead, they go deep into games and they're able to come back in these games where they seem to be down through most of it, but they really do need to get it going soon, or else, I mean, Carroll's just going to keep pushing the effort.
Carroll up 29-19, 1:22 left in the second. And Homestead, it's a thing they've dealt with all year. The other team just shooting lights out.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really just been a huge problem for Homestead. Three-point shooting squads have been just really tough for this Homestead team to stop. We saw Marion just rock Spartans early in the season to hand them their first loss. We saw similar shooting by a Northrop team and by Snyder, and tonight looks the same exact way. Homestead just hoping that they can get their defense to rebound soon.
Homestead down 29-19, 1:22 left in the second. It'll be big to see how the Spartans close out the half. That could go and determine the winner of this game. Kruger on the left wing for Homestead now, hands it off to Goody. Gets the screen from Leaper, draws a double, dribbles around right side, gets it to Kruger. Left wing to Leaper, left corner 3. He sinks it. Andrew Leaper now with 10 points, keeping Homestead in it. They're down 8 seconds left in the second. Archbold guarding Volmer at half court. Volmer now left side with 10 points to lead Carroll. Dribbling in on Archbold, gets it into the paint, layup up, doesn't fall. Leaper pulls down the rebound. Homestead has it, 42 seconds left. Other end, Simmons all alone goes up and lays it in. Great find from Goody to get Simmons streaking down the court. Homestead down just 5, 29-24, 30 seconds left in the second. A big momentum shift here. Carroll now with it. Preston over to Berkey right side. The Stricker between the rings, hands it off to Volmer. Goody switches on to him. 20 seconds left in the second. Volmer at the logo. Carroll holding for the final shot, up 29-24 in the first half. 10 seconds left. Volmer dribbling. Screen from Stricker. Steps into a deep 3. Too strong. Rebound tipped up. Off. Cassidy gets it back and puts it in. A second chance. Three-quarter score from Simmons doesn't fall, and at the end of the first half, your score, Carroll 31-24. It's not good for Homestead to give up that second chance point at the end of the first half, but still a pretty strong way to close out the first half.
Yeah, I mean, up until that final shot that Carroll was able to get off, Cassidy just barely got with that second chance rebound, put back. I mean, it was a solid 5-0 run for the Spartans to put them right back in the game, make it a single-digit scoring affair again, and Homestead just needed that to end a really tough shooting first half for the Spartans. I mean, just a perfect way to end the half and send them into halftime to talk it over and hopefully gain some energy to get them back in this game as they enter the second.
Homestead down 31-24 at halftime. Scoring summary for Carroll. It was 10 points for Ray Volmer, 7 for Richie Gross. Berkey with 3. Cassidy had 4 off the bench. Preston with 3. And Cook and Stricker each with 2 for Homestead. They're a bit led by Andrew Leaper's 10 points off the bench. Kruger, Goody each with 5. Grinsfelder and Simmons with 2. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the halftime show, so stay tuned. You're listening to the home of Homestead Spartan Basketball, the Point 91 FM.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the Point 91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's of Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Burro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine-in or carry-out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin-Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Athletic coverage on our station.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Spartan boys basketball right here on the .91 FM.
Welcome back. We're at halftime from Homestead High School between this rivalry game between Homestead and Carroll. At the break, Carroll up 31-24. Donnie Harmon alongside Braden Carroll. And no Jalen Jackson, no step back, though, for the Chargers in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, it almost seemed like they weren't missing anybody at all. I mean, Jalen Jackson, he's a huge part of this offense, averages 14.3 points per game and gets plenty of offensive rebounds for Carroll. But tonight they really just have moved on and just really pursued a great game so far. Ryan Preston, he's got 3, and Volmer with double-digit scoring already. He's becoming a huge factor for this team. He's a solid shooter, but he is really just going full out. He is just a deep shooter for this team right now, just giving them a solid lead into half, and Homestead just struggling against a short-handed Carroll team. I mean, the shooting just seems to be off from almost everybody except Andrew Leeper, who's in double-digit scoring with 10. Just not even Luke Goody is able to get the shooting going, nor has he taken many shots, as most of his points have come from the free throw line. Just a tough start for Homestead, and Carroll, I mean, you couldn't ask for better.
And if you're Homestead, you're going to have to probably find some ways to get Luke Goody some more looks. He was not getting any open shots in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, he almost looked like a role player in that first half, which certainly isn't his role on this team. He's an asset to this team. They need him to take some shots. They need him to be out there controlling the offense, and it's just not working out right now. Only has 5 points and only 1 field goal so far. That came on an and one. Those were his first points, and that was in the first quarter. He hasn't gotten a field goal since. Nothing in the second quarter. Just a incredibly tough start for Luke Goody, but we have seen this many times where he's had tough starts and come back to have some great scoring nights, but they're really going to need him to come back in a huge way in this second half.
We're going to take one last break. We'll be back for the start of the second half, so stay tuned. You're listening to the .91 FM.
Homestead Athletic coverage on the .91 FM is brought to you by
Arby's at Coventry, located at 5755 Falls Drive across from Zesto's. Arby's is more than roast beef, with turkey, ham, brisket, bacon, and chicken tenders. Arby's has the meats. Arby's at Coventry is open for breakfast at 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. To find more information, find Arby's on social media and online at arbys.com.
Casa Italian Restaurants, family owned and operated since 1977, with 4 Fort Wayne locations: West Jefferson Boulevard, DuPont Road, Parnell Avenue, and Stellhorn Road. Featuring the Casa Burro salad, wood-burning brick oven pizzas, and over 30 pasta selections. Dine in or carry out available, or let Casa cater your next special occasion. Find more information at CasaRestaurants.com or by following Casa on Facebook and Twitter. Casa Italian Restaurants, a proud sponsor of WCYT Sports broadcasts.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Moe's Southwest Grill, located at 6739 West Jefferson Boulevard, next to Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin-Robbins. You can contact Moe's by calling 969-MOE's, or for catering, that number is 969-EATS. Moe's specializes in Southwestern foods like burritos, tacos, and nachos with no microwaves or freezers. You can visit Moe's online at moes.com. Thank you, Moe's, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Athletic coverage on our station.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
And now let's head back out to the gymnasium for more Homestead Spartan boys basketball right here on the .91 FM.
Welcome back live to Homestead High School as we get set for the second half of action between this game of Homestead and Carroll. Chargers up 31-24 at the break. Donnie Harmon alongside Braden Carroll. At half, Homestead, they shot 9 of 18, but they were turning it over at a high rate.
Yeah, I mean, they had 5 turnovers in that first half, which is below average considering how they usually average 10.2 turnovers per game, but it just seems like those turnovers that they have had have been devastating. Almost all of them have turned into points for Carroll, and I mean, it's really just killed a lot of possessions that Homestead has really needed so far in a game where their shooting has just been off, and I mean, they cannot afford to turn it over anymore in the rest of this game.
About to get set for the second half of action. Homestead ball to start the second half. They trail 31-24. Archbold, Simmons, Kruger, Goody, and Grinsfeld are out there for Homestead. Volmer, Gross, Stricker, Berkey, and Preston for the Chargers. Homestead with it. Kruger in the backcourt, 16 minutes to determine who wins this rivalry game. Kruger's pass to Goody, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Volmer. They'll stay with Homestead. 7:51 left in the third. Spartans down 31-24. Archbold inbound, gets it into Kruger in the backcourt. Preston picks him up just across half court. Dribbling left side. On the left wing, gives it up to Goody. Archbold right wing now with it. Pass to Grinsfelder, right baseline, back out to Archbold. Simmons top of the key over to Goody, left wing. Kruger in the corner, gets the screen from Goody now. Volmer switches on to him. Archbold top of the key, back to Volmer Kruger to Goody, post fadeaway jumper, good. Luke Goody, 2 points, cuts Carroll's lead to 5, 7:22 left in the third. Spartans down 31-26, Carroll ball. Fulmer passes to Preston, left wing. To Gross, top of the key, dribbling in on Archibald, right block, pivots. Posting up, kicks it out to Berkey, right side now. Preston at the logo, 7:07 left in the third. Preston crosses over Simmons, gets to the paint, out to Stricker for three. He hits it. Sam Stricker, just his 10th three-pointer on the year, puts Carroll up 34-26, 6:55 left in the third. Goody with it between the rings, hands it off to Kruger, Spartans ball. Grinsfelder on the right wing, dribbles in, he's cut off. Simmons out to Archibald, now Goody left side, baseline. He's fouled on the shot, and Luke Goody will head to the line for two free throws, 6:43 left in the third. Spartans down 34-26.
Foul called on number 10, Ryan Preston.
Two free throws coming for Luke Goody, 7 points on the game for him. 3 at the free throw line, a 76% free throw shooter on the year. Story so far been Carroll's lights out three-point shooting. First free throw, no good for Luke Goody. Spartans trail 34-26, 6:43 left in the third. Second free throw coming for Luke Goody. Looking to cut Carroll's lead down to 7. He does that as he sinks the second, 8 points for Goody. Carroll ball, it'll be Preston taking it up the court. Right side, Chargers up 34-27. Preston takes the screen from Stricker, dribbles in, a left elbow out to Berkey, gets the screen now, free throw line, pull up Jay, rims around and falls. Cody Berkey for 2 points, puts Carroll up by 9, 36-27, 6:24 left in the third. Kruger across half court, dribbles into the paint now, left block, kicks out to Grinsfelder, top of the key, over to Simmons, right wing. Back to Grinsfelder, Kruger now left side, screen from Goody, crosses over, gets it knocked loose, picks it up now, near midcourt, Grinsfelder top of the key. 6:05 left in the third. Archibald in the right corner now. Homestead down by 9. Archibald dribbles into a mid-range jumper, short off the front of the rim. Rebound by Gross. Carroll has it. 5:55 left in the third. Spartans down 36-27. Preston to Stricker, top of the key. Handoff to Volmer at the logo. Volmer with 10 points, guarded by Goody. Right side to Gross, but at the volleyball line. Berkey now left sideline. Up top, Stricker, handoff to Preston. 5:35 left in the third. The Spartans down 9. Preston crosses over Simmons for the Chargers. Right block now, picks up his dribble. Passes out to Volmer now, left side, beyond the arc. Gross over to Preston. Right corner, gets the screen from Gross, feeds it to him. Right block, guarded by Simmons. Spins around him. Shot up, no, but a foul drawn. Richie Gross will head to the line for 2. Chance to push Carroll's lead back out to double digits.
Seems like every time Homestead tries to respond to Carroll's immense full lead, I mean, Carroll just keeps coming back and finding a way to score, and it looks like on the line they're going to do exactly that once again.
Gross with 7 points on the game. First free throw for him doesn't fall. 62% free throw shooter on the year. Spartans down 36-27. Carroll shooting a very high percentage. I believe they were 13 of 23 in the first half. Second free throw from Gross. That one's good. Pushes Carroll up by double digits. It's 37-27, 5:15 left in the third. Kruger in the backcourt, crosses the timeline now for the Spartans. Gets it over to Goody on the left wing, guarded by Preston. Jab step over to Kruger, right side Simmons. Archibald on the right wing now for Homestead. 5 minutes left in the third. Archibald kicks to Goody, top of the key, dribbles in. He's fouled on the floor by Cody Berkey. Second team foul on the Chargers. Will be Homestead ball. 4:59 left in the third. Spartans down 37-27.
Both teams are yet to have anybody in foul trouble, although Carroll does have Berkey and Gross both with 2 fouls, and Simmons just reached his second foul on that last possession for Homestead.
Archibald inbounds to Simmons to Kruger. Inside Grinsfelder, left wing, or left block, out to Archibald, top of the key, 3 short. Long rebound tracked down by Berkey. Chargers with it, 4:47 left in the third. Spartans down by 10. Volmer, top of the key, gets the screen from Gross, guarded by Archibald. Dribbles in, left elbow, leans into him, puts it off the glass, wide of the iron. Goody, the rebound, loses it, but gets it back. Over to Kruger now, 4:30 left in the third. Spartans with it, down 10. Kruger, top of the key, kicks to Archibald on the right wing. Kruger over to Simmons on the left wing, feeds it to Goody, left block now. Baseline fader, off the front of the rim, doesn't fall. Stricker, the rebound for Carroll. 4:17 left in the third. Chargers up by 10. Other end pushing it. It's Gross, baseline. Underneath to Stricker, over to Berkey, right side 3, and air ball left. Saved but it'll stay to Homestead. Kruger, other end to Grinsfelder, right block underneath the basket, out to Simmons, left wing three. Got it! Grant Simmons hits the three and cuts Carroll's lead to 7. It's 37-30. Carroll, 3:56 left in the third.
That's exactly what Homestead needed, a big three to send Carroll into a little bit of a worry. Now Homestead trying to get on the attack, trying to start a run here to maybe increase their chances of coming back into this one. Still a tough lead that Carroll has, but Homestead slowly starting to dig into it and maybe even build up to a comeback.
Homestead down 37-30, 3:56 left in the third. Spartans haven't been hitting shots this half. The first half, they were pretty efficient from the field. Weren't getting that many looks. They turned the ball over quite a bit. It'll be Carroll ball out of the timeout. 3:56 left in the third. Spartans down 37-30. Rodenbush and Leaper into the game for Homestead. Simmons and Archbold now on the bench. Casteter and for the Chargers as Berkey takes a seat. 3:56 left in the third. Carroll ball up by 7. They've led by as much as 12 in this game. Stricker with it on the right elbow, hands it off to Gross. Left elbow now backs it out beyond the arc, top of the key, guarded by Rodenbush. Kicks over to Volmer, dribbling in, a left block out to Casteter, left corner three. Off the front of the rim, rebound pulled down by Rodenbush. Gives up to Kruger, pushing other end to Grinsfelder into the mid-range, drives in, layup up short. The tough defense missed it. Carroll pushing other end, now it's Gross into the paint. And a foul will be called on the floor on Homestead. 3:26 left in the third. Spartans down 37-30.
That foul definitely not popular among the Homestead fans, and it's definitely going to cost Homestead as now Carroll gets a longer possession and some time to draw up a play to maybe cut into this lead and make it a double-digit lead again.
Carroll to inbound. Volmer passes into Preston. 3:25 left in the third. Chargers up by 7. Preston top of the key. Crosses over on Kruger. Left elbow, Jay. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Goody now for Homestead. 3:15 left in the third. They're down by 7. Goody across half court. Kicks over to Kruger, right side. Rodenbush, left side three. Got it! Patrick Rodenbush hits the three. And he cuts Carroll's lead to 4 with Ren on the right wing. Gets it to Gross, right mid-range, out to Stricker. Pump fakes, dribbles in. Gets it stripped, but a foul called on Homestead. The Spartan fans do not like that. But it'll stay with Carroll. 2:55 left in the third. Spartans down 37-33.
That's just a foul that you cannot have. Homestead on the attack right there, trying to cut into the lead even further, but now Carroll's gonna have a chance to extend it.
Carroll up 37-33, 2:55 left in the third. Volmer to inbound, gets it in. Gross has it in the paint, pump faking, dribbling out to Preston, he drives in. And a foul called on Homestead on the shot. Looked well before the shot. But instead, Zach Kruger gets called for a second foul, and Preston will head to the line for 2 free throws. Didn't look close to being on the shot there. 2 free throws coming for Preston. 2:49 left in the third. Spartans down 37-33.
Looks like they might talk about it, about the call, whether it was on the ground or up in the air.
Coach Johnson irate over the call. Didn't look to be on the shot, but Preston has 2 free throws, 81% free throw shooter on the year. Hits the first. 4 points for him. Carroll up by 5, 2:49 left in the third. And if you call gifting Carroll some points at the line, Preston, second free throw for him. This one up and in. Carroll up by 6, 2:49 left in the third, 39-33 Chargers. Goody in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline now. At the logo, hands it off to Kruger. Cross-court leaper. To Grinsfelder. Rodenbush now between the rings. Kruger on the left wing. Gets it knocked loose, gets it back. Out to Rodenbush at the logo, leaper right sideline. Grinsfelder on the right wing, hands it off to Kruger. Gets a screen from Grinsfelder, takes a three. No good, rebound. Pulled down by Casteter. Carroll has it up by 6, pushing other end. Preston dishes off to Gross. He drives in and lays it in. Richie Gross up to 10 points. Carroll back up by 8. 41-33, 2:10 left in the third. Spartans, every time they seem to go on a bit of a run, Carroll has an answer. Kruger gets a screen from Goody up top, dishes back to him. Goody dribbles in, left elbow now. A left corner, Rodenbush, another three. Off the front of the rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Volmer. Other end, Gross pushing in a foul on Luke Goody, his second. It'll be Carroll ball, 1:53 left in the third. Spartans down 41-33. Berkey and Cook back in for Carroll. Stricker and Preston check out. Substitution for Homestead. Simmons in for Homestead. Grinsfelder heads to the bench. Carroll ball, 1:53 left in the third. Chargers up 41-33. Cassiter inbounds to Volmer in the backcourt. Across the timeline now, top of the key. Volmer dribbles right wing. Tries to find Gross. Cuddy knocked out of bounds by Homestead. They'll stay with the Chargers. 1:44 left in the third. Spartans down 41-33.
Carroll just continues to extend almost every drive that they have.
Inbound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Cassiter. And it'll go to Homestead. 1:42 left in the third. Spartans down 41-33. Kruger, they take it up the court for Homestead across the timeline now. Dribbles left side. Leaper on the left wing out to Simmons at the logo. Rodenbush right side to Kruger in the right corner. Cross-court Leaper, left wing, pump fakes, baseline out to Simmons now. The left wing has it, Rodenbush now. The left side, 1:23 left in the third. Spartans down by 8. Goody, top of the key, dribbles in. Top of the key, spins around. Rodenbush over to Simmons now, right sideline. Finds Leaper, top of the key, pump fakes, dribbles in. Dribbles it off his foot. Volmer the steal, taking it other way for the Chargers into the paint. He's blocked by Simmons. Cook gets it back, dishes out to Berkey. Gross, top of the key, drives in on Leaper. Layup off the glass, doesn't fall. Goody pulls down the board for Homestead. 58 seconds left in the third. Other end, Rodenbush left corner. Over to Kruger. Goody, top of the key, pump fakes, dribbles in, gets it stripped away. And Carroll has it. 45 seconds left in the third. Spartans down 8. Volmer free throw line. Into the paint out to Berkey, left corner. Cook to Gross at the logo. Chargers with it. 38 seconds left in the third, up 41-33. Volmer dribbling at the logo. Homestead has trailed practically the entire game. It's been all Chargers. Spartans haven't been able to cut into the lead much this second half. Had it down to 4 at one point, but Carroll always with an answer. 15 seconds on the clock. Carroll holding for the final shot. Volmer at the logo. Up by 8, 10 seconds left. Volmer initiates the play right side, 7 seconds. Cook over to Cassiter, left wing. 5 seconds, Berkey left side, 3 seconds, Volmer, deep three blocked by Kruger. And at the end of 3 quarters, the score is Carroll, 41, Homestead 33, Spartans with some work to do in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, they have had this situation before. They've been down almost every single quarter, but come back in the fourth. We saw it against Wayne where they had to come back in the second half, and we saw against Concordia where they had to make a huge stride in the fourth quarter in order to win by double digits. And I mean, Carroll is not going to slow down. Carroll is a different kind of beast than Concordia and Wayne. They're going to need a lot of effort, a lot of offensive production if they want to come back. And I mean, Carroll, suddenly there's a lot on the line. Lures is only down 31-29 at half, and Southside up 13-11 on Snyder. I mean, suddenly there's a lot on the line for both teams. Carroll may not know that, but this is a competitive game. There's a lot at stake, and I mean, Homestead's going to need to come back if they want a shot at winning the SAC.
Homestead down 41-33. Spartans. Not a great game for them, especially on the offensive end. Haven't been able to get many shots. Goody just with 8 points. It'll be Carroll ball to start the fourth quarter. Berkey, Gross, Preston, Volmer, Stricker out there for them. Kruger, Leaper, Goody, Rodenbush, and Simmons for the Spartans. 8 minutes to go in this rivalry game. Carroll ball to start. Volmer between the circles, gets it to Stricker, left elbow. Guarded by Leaper. Hands it off to Gross. Over to Berkey, right side for 3. Right side of the iron. Rodenbush pulls down the board for Homestead. Goody with it. 7:40 left in the fourth. Homestead down by 8. Kruger right side gets the screen from Goody. Top of the key to Leaper, right wing. Goody in the right corner now over to Kruger. Rodenbush left side. So Leaper left corner takes a three. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Volmer. Carroll has it. 7:25 left in the fourth. They lead by 8. Volmer right side with the screen from Gross. Dribbles to the left side, guarded by Rodenbush. Dribbles into the paint to Stricker. Left baseline, backs it out beyond the arc. Dribbles around now to the left wing. Hands it off to Volmer. 7:10 left in the fourth. Chargers up by 8 with the ball, looking to make it a double-digit ball game. Volmer taking his time, dribbling near the midcourt. Gets it over to Gross now. Preston right side gets the screen from Gross. Dishes to Gross, dribbles in and gets the floater to fall. Richie Gross with 12. Homestead down by 10. 43-33, 6:48 left in the fourth. Goody across half court, left side for Homestead, over to Simmons. Kruger right side now gets the screen for Simmons. Dribbles in, dishes to Rodenbush. Goody on the right wing. Takes it in, right elbow, jumper up and in. Goody hits the shot. He has 10, and Homestead cuts the lead to 8. 43-35, 6.5 left in the fourth. Stricker right side out to Volmer, right corner three. He hits it. Ray Volmer, a dagger. Puts Carroll up by 11. It's 46-35, 6:18 left in the fourth. Goody left side gets the screen from Simmons. Top of the key, step back three. Off the front of the rim, doesn't fall, and the rebound goes to Preston for the Chargers. Pushing it other end, up 11. Finds Volmer underneath the basket, can't hit the layup. Simmons the rebound, Homestead with it, 6 minutes left in the fourth. Spartans down by 11. Kruger across half court to Simmons between the logo. Goody now left corner driving baseline. A little floater up and in. Luke Goody with 12. Homestead down by 9. 46-37, 5:42 left in the fourth. Volmer takes it up across half court. Dishes to Gross left side. Preston on the left wing to Stricker, top of the key. Handoff now to Volmer, feeds the post to Gross, posting up Rodenbush. He gets it swatted. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll, and Homestead will have it. 5:24 left in the fourth. Spartans down 46-37. Alec Grinsfelder into the game for Homestead. Andrew Leaper to the bench. Zach Cassiter in for Carroll. Ray Volmer takes a seat. Homestead ball, 5:24 left in the fourth, down 46-37. Kruger in the backcourt to Grinsfelder across the timeline between the circles. He'll give it up. Back to Kruger, left side. Feeds it to Grinsfelder, left block guarded by Stricker. In the paint out to Rodenbush, right corner three. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Preston. The Spartans needed that shot. 5:05 left in the fourth. Spartans down 46-37. Carroll with it. Preston on the right wing. Screen from Gross. Goody switches on to Preston. Dribbles into the free throw line. Dumps it off to Stricker. Down low. Gets hit with the charge. Lowered his shoulder into Grinsfelder. A turnover, and Homestead will have it. 4:56 left in the fourth. Spartans down 46-37.
Homestead starting to get the opportunities. They just need to answer the one question. Can they convert on that they are given?
Kruger in the backcourt gets it across the timeline between the rings. Gets a screen from Grinsfelder. The left wing dumps off to Grinsfelder at the free throw line, taking it in. Tough layup, too strong, doesn't graze the iron. Board pulled down by Gross. The Chargers with it other end. Berkey in the left corner drives in past Kruger, dumps it off to Volmer, out to Stricker, right corner. Cassiter into the paint, layup up and in. Zach Cassiter gives Carroll the 48-37 lead of 4:23 left in the fourth. Homestead just not able to get anything on offense right now. Simmons on the left wing. It's a screen from Goody. Kruger now top of the key. Over to Rodenbush right side. Lobs it in for Grinsfelder, out of bounds, and it'll go to Carroll. 4:11 left in the fourth. Spartans down by 11. Ray Volmer back into the game. Richie Gross takes a seat. Jake Archbold in as well for Patrick Rodenbush. This one Homestead starting to lose their grip on this game. Starting to slip away as Quinn Harmon checks in for Homestead. Zach Kruger heads to the bench. 4:11 left in the fourth. Spartans down by 11. Carroll ball, Stricker to inbound. Gets it in to Preston in the backcourt. In the backcourt, hasn't gotten it across. Gets it to Stricker now, top of the key. Volmer. Left side, Homestead looking to trap. Preston right side, dribbles in, free throw line, left corner, Berkey. Takes it in, dishes out to Preston, right corner, Cassiter, three. Yes! Carroll dominating this game. They're up 51-37, 3:45 left in the fourth. Goody top of the key now for Homestead, out to Simmons, left corner Harmon. Goody left side, pump fakes, dribbles in, crosses a man over, takes the three off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, Grinsfelder put back off the glass and one. A big shot that Homestead needed with 3:30 left in the fourth. Homestead down 51-39 now.
Yeah, I mean, they are down, but they are not out. They continue to stay in this game no matter how big Carroll's lead is. They've gotten the opportunities. They haven't been able to convert, but if they can do what they just did right there, hit some shots finally, I mean, they can find themselves back in this game with a lot of work.
Gross checks in for Berkey for the Chargers. Grinsfelder's free throw left it short. Rebound to Stricker. Carroll with it up 12, 3:28 left in the fourth. Preston in the backcourt. Gets it across half court. Left elbow now over to Volmer. Left wing. Out to Preston. 3:15 left in the fourth. Chargers up by 12. Preston at the logo. Homestead looking to trap. Simmons and Grinsfelder converge on him. And a foul on the floor. Actually, a timeout called by Carroll. 3:09 left in the fourth. Spartans down by 12.
I mean, slowly, Homestead's letting it slip away. They are not quite giving up in this one yet. They're still able to continue working, especially on the defensive side where they're forcing a lot of turnovers, a lot of offensive fouls. They just have not been able to get that same production on the other end. Their shooting just has not been able to get back into swing. And it's just been really tough for this Homestead team. And it looks like with 3 minutes left, Carroll will hang on if Homestead doesn't drastically change their offensive game plan right now.
3:09 left in the fourth. Carroll up 51-39 on Homestead. The Chargers keep any hopes of a conference title alive with the win. They would still need Snyder and Lewis to both lose. Carroll ball will be Volmer to inbound. 3:09 left in the fourth. Spartans down 51-39. Inbound goes to Preston in the backcourt. Picked up by Kruger at the timeline. Just across half court now. Loses a bit but gets it back. Casteter now. Right corner. And he gets fouled. Homestead now looking to intentionally foul. Jake Archbold will get whistled. 2:56 left in the fourth. Homestead down 51-39. 16 fouls now on Homestead.
Yeah, and those fouls are slowly building up to a bonus for Carroll, and they've converted at the free throw line all game.
Casteter gets it to Volmer in the backcourt. 2:55 left in the fourth. Homestead down 51-39. Chargers get it across. Volmer guarded by Goody. Dishes to Preston, right side, dribbles into the paint, dumps it off for Volmer and loses it. Homestead with it. Goody now, 2:40 left in the fourth, down 12. Kruger left wing. Gets it to Archbold, left corner. Dribbles around to the top of the key. Over to Kruger, base or mid-range jumper off the left side of the rim. Goody offensive rebound, put back, no, but he's fouled. Luke Goody will head to the line for 2 free throws. 2:29 left in the fourth. Spartans down 51-39.
And Goody has found himself scoring almost primarily at the free throw line. He's going to have to make these free throws. He struggled a little bit from there today, but they really need him to make these if they want to stay in the game.
First free throw from Goody. Good. 13 points for him. 2:29 left in the fourth. Spartans down 51-40. Second free throw coming for Goody. This one up, rims around and falls. 14 points for him. Homestead down by 10 now, 51-41. 2:29 left in the fourth. Spartans looking to press. Stricker inbound, stolen away by Simmons. Homestead with it. Simmons left wing to Archbold. Over to Goody on the right wing. Pump fakes. Dribbles in. Deep two. Yes, Goody with 16 points. Homestead cuts the lead to 8, 51-43. 2:21 left in the fourth.
That will run that they have got going now, 4-0 run, is exactly what they need to come back. I mean, the time is short. They only have 2 minutes, 21 seconds to come back down 8. But, I mean, it seems possible, especially how they're looking right now.
Homestead down 51-43, 2:21 left in the fourth. The press is going to have to keep continuing to force turnovers like that.
Yeah, I mean, it has all game long, really a lot of turnovers, a lot of offensive fouls from this Carroll team. They're at 9 by my count, which probably isn't the most reliable count, but that's a good little area of turnovers that they could be at. I mean, it's just been a struggle for Carroll offensively to maintain possession. They've been able to shoot well, but when they have those long possessions, it seems like they end up losing control pretty easily, and Homestead just needs to continue doing that if they want to stay in this game.
Homestead still looking to press. 2:21 left in the fourth. Carroll ball up 8. Inbound goes to Vollmer in the backcourt. Homestead looking to trap him now. Vollmer lobs it cross court to Preston, over to Gross, now into the paint. Dishes it back out to Preston. Spartans looking to trap. Archibald right side. Preston gets in. Out to Vollmer. 2:05 left in the fourth. Preston now with it. Homestead looked like they wanted a foul, but it'll be Gross who has it. 2 minutes left. He's trapped. Doesn't have anywhere to go, and a timeout called by Carroll. 1:56 left in the fourth. Spartans down 51-43.
Yeah, I mean, the Homestead strategy really is to press, but what they have to do is stop it at the inbound, because Carroll has plenty of timeouts remaining, and, I mean, Coach Beasley is not going to hesitate to use them when his players are trapped, surrounded by Spartan defenders. And, I mean, Homestead, they just need to find a way to continue to push defensively, because, I mean, their offense is not doing it right now, but their defense is keeping them in the game.
Carroll ball out of the timeout. 1:56 left in the fourth. Spartans down 51-43. Vollmer to inbound on the sideline, right sideline, for the Chargers across half court. Tries to find someone, gets into the backcourt to Preston. Simmons guarding him the whole way, gets it across the timeline now. Right side, Preston. Goody comes over to trap, gets it in. Stricker out to Vollmer, right side. Takes it into the paint. Vollmer dumps it off, down low to Gross. And a foul called on Alec Grinsfelder, 1-1 for Richie Gross. 1:39 left in the fourth. Homestead trailing 51-43. Richie Gross at the line for a 1-1 for Carroll. Andrew Leeper back in for Homestead. Jake Archibald out of the game.
Carroll has converted a plenty at the free throw line, really the last place that Homestead wants them to be, but at this point they don't have a choice. Down 8, they just need the ball back soon.
Cassiter back in for Cody Berkey. 1-1 for Gross. He hits the front end. 13 points for Richie Gross. He and Ray Vollmer each with 13. Carroll doing this all without their best player, Jalen Jackson. 1:39 left in the fourth. Homestead down by 9. Second free throw from Gross. This one good. Homestead down by 10. 1:39 left in the fourth. Air ball. Kruger across half court now for Homestead. Inside to Grinsfelder. Lowers his shoulder and one. Alec Grinsfelder doing work in the paint. Up to 6 points now. Cuts Carroll's lead to 8. 1:32 left in the fourth. One free throw coming for Alec Grinsfelder. Jake Archibald back in for Homestead. Zach Kruger checks out.
And Homestead needs those possessions. Seems like most of their points in this fourth quarter come at the free throw line or through very contested inside shots. They need them to land, and they need them to land now.
That was Sam Stricker's fourth foul. One free throw for Alec Grinsfelder. Spartans in need of every point they can get at the line. He hits the free throw. 7 points now for him. Homestead down 53-46. 1:32 left in the fourth. Cody Berkey back in for Carroll. Zach Casteter checks out. Stricker to inbound. Lobs in other end to Preston all alone, but it's a turnover out of bounds. Couldn't connect, and Homestead will have it. 1:32 left in the fourth. Homestead down 53-46. Zach Kruger quickly checking back in for Homestead. Jake Archibald checks out. Zach Hassiter back in for Carroll. Cody Berkey to the bench.
Sam Stricker, the inbounder on that, just got a little bit too excited. Find the open man, led to a tough turnover.
Simmons inbounds to Goody. Carroll looking to press full court. 1:30 left. Homestead down 7. Goody gets it across half court now. Picks up his dribble. Grinsfelder right elbow now. Driving in on Stricker. Finds Kruger in the left corner. Mid-range jumper off the front of the rim. Doesn't fall. Stricker the rebound, and Grinsfelder no choice but to foul him. Sam Stricker will head to the line for a 1-1. 1:14 left in the fourth. Homestead down 53-46.
Just the tough shooting for this Homestead team continues, and it's really just plaguing them, and it has all game long as Homestead slowly slipping away from this one, slipping away from their chances to win the SAC.
1:14 left in the fourth. Homestead down 53-46. Stricker at the line for a 1-1. 69% free throw shooter. Hits the first. Puts Carroll up by 8. 1:14 left in the fourth. Second free throw from Stricker. This one up This one too strong. Goody the rebound. Homestead with it down 8, 1:12 left in the fourth. Goody across half court, gets the screen from Grinsfelder. Pump fakes, gets it to Kruger, right wing, inside Grinsfelder. In the paint, gets fouled on the shot. And you'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Homestead in need of every point at the line. 1:03 left in the fourth. Spartans down 54-46. Ray Volmer not happy with the foul call.
Homestead really need more of field goals than free throws. They've had a lot of struggles from the free throw line today, not really shooting perfectly from there, but they've got to take every point they can get.
Grinsfelder can't get the first. 1:03 left in the fourth. Cody Berkey checks back in for Carroll. 54-46, Chargers lead. Archbold will check back in for Homestead as well. Zach Kruger will head to the bench. Kruger 5 points in his return from injury. Second free throw coming for Grinsfelder. Front of the rim doesn't fall. 0-2, and Carroll has it up 8, 1 minute left in the fourth. Volmer takes it up the court, drives in, lowers his shoulder, and a blocking foul will be called. Ray Volmer will head to the line for 2 free throws. 56 seconds left in the fourth.
Now, I mean, it seems like Carroll putting this one away as the fans, as the student section from Carroll reacting to possibly having won this game. I mean, they just fought incredibly well in this one, especially on the offensive end. Just incredible strength from this Carroll team.
Volmer shooting 2 free throws, misses the first. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Homestead down 54-46. Kruger, Rodenbush back in for Homestead. Cassiter back in for Carroll. Berkey checks out. Grinsfelder heads out for the Spartans, along with Archbold. Second free throw coming for Volmer. 13 points on the game for him. Second one, no good. Simmons the rebound. Homestead with it. Goody now. Pushing it up court. Top of the key, leans into a three-pointer, doesn't fall. Can't follow his miss. Preston gives it right up, back to Simmons, back to Kruger to Simmons. A 3, left it short, and Preston the rebound. Homestead trying to get in, a foul be called. Preston to the line for 2 free throws for Carroll. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Homestead down 54-46.
Just all game long, the iron has been unkind to this Homestead team. The shooting just has not worked. Neither has the free throw shooting. Just, I mean, their offense has not been able to work as it needed to win this one. It's very obvious as you see the score, Homestead being held pretty badly when it comes to scoring.
2 free throws for Preston. First one falls. Spartan just haven't been able to get the shots they needed in this game. Only 46 points with 40 seconds left in the fourth. Homestead down 55-46. Second free throw coming. And Preston hits them both. He has 7. Homestead down by 10. Inbound goes to Goody, gets it across half court. Crosses over, drives into the paint, a foul on the floor. Goody will head to the line for a 1-and-1. 35 seconds left in the fourth. Homestead down 56-46.
Somehow Homestead continues to find themselves at the line. Carroll's defense will not slow down. They know Homestead's having trouble at the free throw line, so might as well have them keep shooting there.
And with a win in this game as Berkey checks in for Castor, Carroll will snap a losing streak to Homestead in basketball, football, and girls basketball. The last time Carroll beat Homestead in either of those was 2 years ago at Homestead. As Goody hits the first free throw front end of a 1-and-1. Spartans down 56-47, 35 seconds left in the fourth. So a big win for Carroll. As Goody hits the second, Homestead down 56-48. Still not over yet as Volmer will head to the line for 2 free throws. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Spartans down 56-48.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Johnson, just one of those coaches that will not let the game end. He wants to continue having this Homestead team fight on, and although it does seem like Carroll's gonna win it, I mean, who knows?
First free throw from Volmer. Good, he has 14 points. Zach Cassiter back in for Carroll. Carroll up 57-48, 34 seconds left in the fourth. Second free throw from Volmer, good. He has 15 points. Carroll up 58-48, 34 seconds left in the fourth. Goody for Homestead takes a fading 3 and hits it. Goody up to 21 points for Homestead. They're down by 7, and the foul on the inbound will send Preston to the line for 2 free throws. 25 seconds left in the fourth. Spartans down 58-51.
Carroll has missed a lot of their free throws in this fourth quarter. That's pretty much what Homestead's hoping for, some more misses so that Homestead can maybe run down the court and hit a quick jumper. I mean, that's what the plan seems to be for the Spartans with very little time remaining.
First free throw from Preston, good. He has 8 points. Carroll up 59-51, 25 and a half seconds left in the fourth. Second free throw coming for Preston. This one up, this one in. Carroll back up by 9, 60-51, 25 and a half seconds left. Goody lets it roll. Gets it across half court, gets the screen, takes a deep three, no good. Rebound, fought for. Leaper comes away with it, and a foul will be called, and Leaper will head to the line for a 1-and-1, 18.4 seconds left. Homestead down 60-51.
Now actually leads Sam Stricker out of the game. He just fouled out, but doesn't seem to be a big loss for them as Carroll's gonna probably wound up winning this one. Homestead to the line again. They really need to make these free throws if they want to keep pushing it and keep fighting in this game.
1-and-1 coming for Leaper, 18 seconds left in the fourth. Carroll up 60-51. Leaper's front end falls, 11 points for Andrew Leaper. Spartans down 60-52, 18 seconds left in the fourth. One more free throw coming for Leaper. That one good. Spartans cut the Chargers lead to 7 with 18 seconds left. Inbound goes to Berkey. Over to Gross, and then Berkey now with it. And Simmons will foul him. Actually, timeout called by Carroll. 13 seconds left. Homestead up down 60-53. Homestead thought Carroll got away with a travel on the inbound, but nonetheless, Carroll in firm control of this game.
Firm control, but I mean, only a 7-point lead. Really, anything can happen at this point. Homestead just has to defend the inbound like they have been trying to do all game long. I mean, who knows? Reggie Miller hit 6 points in 8 seconds against the Knicks in the Garden for an important playoff victory. Maybe we could see that from Luke Goody today, plus 2 points.
Well, you only need 7 to get it to overtime. I wouldn't bank on a Reggie Miller moment, but it could happen.
I'm going for the win, though. Got to make it 8. Don't want no overtime in this one.
Carroll to inbound, 13 seconds left. Up 60-53. Chargers will have ball out of the timeout without Jalen Jackson. The Chargers in control of this game. Zach Kruger's first game back for Homestead. Hasn't been his best. He struggled a bit shooting the ball still with just 5 points. You can expect a little bit of rust after missing the last 8 games. Still not 100% either. It'll be Carroll ball. 13 seconds left in the fourth. Chargers up 60-53. Gross to inbound, gets it in. To Preston, he's fouled by Simmons. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. 11 seconds left in the fourth. 60-53 Carroll lead. Preston to the line for 2 free throws. 9 points on the game. Shoots over 80% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, these free throws probably will decide whether Homestead wants to keep giving it their all or not. I expect Johnson to maybe slow the game down if he makes these.
Preston hits the first, 10 points for him. Third Charger in double digits. Vollmer has 15 and Gross with 14. Second free throw from Cassiter, no good. Homestead with it, 10 seconds left. Goody pushing up the court. 7 seconds left side. Goody crosses over into the paint, over to Simmons, right wing. 3 at the end, short. The clock hits 0. And the Chargers win. They break the streak for the first time in 2 years. Carroll has beaten Homestead in either basketball, football, or girls basketball. Carroll comes out on top 61-53.
Yeah, Carroll stays alive to see another few hours of chance at the winning the SAC, or at least tying it. And Homestead's hopes are now done as they are now 6-3 in the conference. Will not do it, will not have them win the SAC. And what a game for Carroll. I mean, their shooting was just on. It just seemed like they could not miss. Just Richie Gross, Vollmer, and Preston just had a great shooting night for the Chargers, and their defense was lights out, stopping Homestead from really shooting at all as they struggled throughout the entire game, and just wasn't enough for Homestead to come back late as their defense continued to push. Carroll just had gotten such a lead that wasn't a chance for the Spartans.
Carroll comes out on top 61-53 over Homestead. Little scoring summary for the Chargers. They were led by Volmers 15, Grosses 14, Preston with 10, Cassiter with 9 off the bench, Berkey with 5, Stricker 6, and Cook 2 for Homestead. Goody led them with 21 points, Leaper with 12. Grinsfelder had 7, Simmons 5, Kruger 5, and Roddenbush 2 overall. Disappointing for Homestead, won't be able to get the win and a conference title, but still, it was impressive they were able to push the race this far, a chance at a conference title.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really tough season for Homestead, and just the fact that they were able to come back and keep it going just means a lot for Homestead as they now focus on the postseason.
And we have a very special guest, Matthew Salfrank, with a store update.
Yeah. Hello, how's it going, guys? Bishop Luers leads Northside 44-38 after 3 quarters, so the conference definitely not decided as Snyder, they lead Southside by 11 at halftime right now.
Thanks for the update, Matt. Homestead losing this one 61-53 over Carroll. A tough loss for the Spartans, and we hope that you join us Friday as Homestead caps off the regular season against NE8 champion Norwell. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. We want to give a quick thanks to some of our sponsors, including Casa Ristorante, Moe's Southwest Grill, Arby's at Coventry, Salsa Grill, and Marco's Pizza at Illinois and Scott Road. We also want to give a very special thanks to Andy Dunn back in the studio for pushing the right buttons, along with on-site producer Adam Schenkel for taking care of the arena technology. Once again, your final score is Homestead 53, Carroll 61. For Braden Carroll, I'm Donnie Harmon. Thank you for listening to another presentation of Homestead Spartan Basketball on the Point 91 FM. We will see you Friday.